Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to ACC Week Number 1 Predictions. In today's video, as of just like yesterday, we are going to predict every single ACC game this week. Obviously, Florida State coming off a big loss, but they still got a game on Monday as well. So, we are going to be talking about it. We're going to break down every single game in the ACC in today's video. But first, of course, if you guys are new to the channel, obviously you know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Later today, you guys are going to get my Baylor Bears Dynasty in EA Sports College Football 25. Tomorrow, you'll have Big Ten predictions, and you will also have a UNC Wilmington Dynasty that we are going to play as well. Thursday, you're going to have SEC predictions, and then you will also have another video as well. Friday, Madden franchise, and then obviously breaking down my fantasy team before we head into the NFL season. But regardless, we still got stuff to talk about today, so let's go ahead and break it down in today's video and talk ACC predictions. Really quickly, by the way, before we start this video, CeeDee Lamb is officially staying in Dallas. He signed a 4-year, $136 million contract to make him the second highest paid non-quarterback, which is great. Congratulations. I'm so happy that Jerry finally got that done and that we can move on from that. And now it's time to pay Dak, right? It's time to pay Dak or Micah. So we got to pick which one we're going to play first. But we got the deal with CeeDee Lamb done. Anyway, on Thursday, August 29th of 2024, it is Western Carolina going into NC State as the first ACC game, second ACC game of the year. Well, this is going to be an early test for that North Carolina State team, and I think they will get the job done. Now, again, they're 24th ranked in the country. We don't know who their starting quarterback is, so obviously that's kind of going to play a little factor into it. But I think that ultimately they'll get the job done against Western Carolina. On Thursday, another one at 6 o'clock on ESPN Plus this time is North Carolina A&T at Wake Forest. Wake Forest should get the job done, but again, hey, it's Wake Forest. What do I know? They could potentially lose. Obviously, they suck. They've been dead last in the conference in the ACC for a while now. So with that said, that is where I am seeing that one. Then on Thursday night, you have North Carolina going into Minnesota. A really good game. This is going to be a great test, early test for North Carolina and the Tar Heels this year before they head into conference play into the ACC. I'm going with North Carolina here on the road. I think that they should be able to pull this game off. Now looking at it more closely, the line on this game is UNC under 2. Do with that as you will. The over-under is 50.5. I do not think it's going to be that high. I would take the under on that. But I think North Carolina should, in fact, get the job done on the road against Minnesota on Thursday night. Moving on Friday night, there are 2 games, but we did already talk about one of them. I'll just go ahead and reiterate the other one that I said. That's kind of how we will do it. If another team plays another team in a different conference, so say like this, the ACC is going up against the SEC on Saturday, then we will just skip it. We will come back to it whenever we want, and we will reiterate it as well. If not, have already predicted it. But Friday night, the first matchup on Friday night in the ACC, Duke hosting Elon. Again, Duke should get the job done. I know they lost Riley Leonard, their quarterback, this past year to Notre Dame. They're bringing in a new head coach, but I do think they should be okay in this one, and they will get the job done as well. And then, like I said, TCU, Stanford, we're not going to reiterate it. We picked Stanford. The line on this one is TCU by 9. I would take them to cover the spread. Obviously, over-under is 59.5. I don't think that's going to be a lot, and I don't think that amount of points is going to be scored in this game. So I would take the under on that, but I am going with Stanford, to get the job done on Friday night as well. Up next is Saturday, August 31st, the real kickoff, baby. This is where every single team pretty much is playing or is going to play, except for the exception of LSU and USC and Florida State and Boston College, which we will talk about in a second here. But on Saturday, August 31st, you have Clemson going into Georgia and Atlanta. I'm going to save that prediction for Thursday So, obviously, you guys can go watch record predictions if you want an early breakdown of it. But I'm going to save that video until Thursday, and so we can talk about that one. I'm also going to save the Miami and Florida game until Thursday as well on SEC predictions, so stay tuned for that one too. But regardless, Virginia Tech at Vanderbilt. Give me Vanderbilt in this one. I've said it in my record predictions. I'll say it again. SEC over ACC all day. No matter what the team, obviously, unless Vanderbilt's playing like a Florida State team, then it's kind of going to be hard. But I do think that Vanderbilt should get the job done, especially at home to get against a Virginia Tech team. Now, moving on, Louisville and Austin, PA. Austin, PA, by the way, is where the running back in Spanish Fort has this one offer, Nemo Hickson. But with that being said, I've got to go Louisville. I think they're the better team. They're coming off an ACC title game berth in this past year. Obviously, losing in that game is going to feel the file even more to get back there. And they definitely have what it takes to get back there. But I think Louisville is going to get the job done at home as well. Then you have Kent State going into Pittsburgh. I'm going to go Pittsburgh. They're by far the better team here in this contest, so give me Pittsburgh as well. Miami at Florida. Again, going to save that prediction for Thursday. We're going to break it down on Thursday. We're going to talk about it on Thursday, so stay tuned for that on Thursday. But UC Davis at Cal is another one in the ACC. I'm going to go with Cal here. I think they're the better team in this one as well. Virginia hosting Richmond. Give me Virginia here at home as well. Georgia Tech, Georgia State. I like Georgia Tech in this one. They're 1-0 after coming off that Week 0 performance. Haynes King did a really fine job against Florida State's defense. And if they can do that again, then they will definitely win this game against a struggling Georgia State team as well. Moving on, Houston Christian at SMU for the final game on Saturday in the ACC. Give me SMU. They're 1-0, coming off a great win against Nevada. Expect that train to keep rolling there come Saturday night against Houston Christian. And then last but certainly not least, Boston College at Florida State. I'm struggling here because, again, Florida State coming off of that loss to Georgia Tech in Dublin, Ireland in Week 0. It was a very close game. I do not think this is going to be the same. I think Florida State should get the job done at home. I got to specify that it is at home for Florida State. If it was on the road, that would have been an even tougher choice for that one. But I think since Florida State is at home this week, I think they'll have kind of a week to regroup, more than a week to regroup because they're playing on Monday. And I think that Florida State will get the job done against Boston College and bounce back to be 1-0 on the year in conference play. Anyway, that is of course where I'm going to end today's video. But if you guys are new to the channel, obviously like, subscribe, turn that bell on. We do our best to post on this channel every single day. Later today, Baylor Bears Dynasty for you guys as well. I'm going to hop off, get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Have a great rest of your day if I don't see you all in the next video. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.